Hi, everybody. My name's Bill. I can't believe I'm doing this. I just looked at the video of my test and I absolutely hated it, and it triggered me something awful because I usually don't let people see me like this. So let me preface this by starting out with I am dyslexic. All the words in my head are nice and formed. When it comes out of my mouth, it gets jumbled. So sometimes I forget my words or I say things backwards. So please just bear with me here. I'm incredibly nervous and anxious about this. I do have severe anxiety and depression issues. This is way, way out of my comfort zone, but it's something I have to do, that I need to do. And I'm just going to speak from my heart. So let's start here. I imagine family and friends are going to be seeing this, so they kind of know who I am, my story, and everything. But for those who don't, hopefully this will reach out to some people that may need it. I'm 43. I've been obese my whole life. I'm a binge eater, food addict. Fast food is my choice. Nothing makes me more happy than food. Not love from family members. Nothing has ever given me that high, that joy. And I imagine most addicts will understand what I'm saying. It's not something mean. It's not something I can control. But that high, that dopamine rush I get is the same thing as a cocaine user or heroin user, you know. So let's go back into my past to understand why that is. I was abused by my stepmother from like 3 to 7, I think. I can't remember the confirmed years, but I have a mental block of those years. I remember going to a psychiatrist when I was a kid, and I actually can't remember going, but I remember the abuser went with me and was out in the waiting room as I was in with the psychiatrist. That's a little scary, isn't it? So she would starve me, among many other things. I do remember that, and I got to go stay with my mom and my stepdad at the time, which was going from hell on earth to complete love and safety, right? So the wires would switch from being in fight or flight mode to being in with just love, right? So I have a very vivid memory of one day getting to spend the day with my mom. And I love my mother very much, and we went to McDonald's. And so you have to understand, I was a very small kid at that time, not very big, not chunky at all, very young at that time. And I remember getting a hash brown and just loving that hash brown so much because the love and the safety and everything I felt with her. And I remember going back and asking her, can I have another, and I must have eaten like hash browns that day. And the feeling of love and safety and everything. And I think that was the day that something switched in my head, that the wires were crossed, and where I started equating food with safety and love and happiness. Because after that, my dad finally divorced her when he found out that what was going on. I moved in with my mom and my stepdad, and that's when I started putting on weight. That's when things started changing. Of course, you don't know that as a kid, right? You can't understand the ramifications that go on in your brain at that time. But I think that's where it started, right? For the rest of my life, that food made me happy, right? That was the main triggering of the dopamine in my head. And when I grew up and became an adult, those habits followed. and they became exponentially worse and worse and worse. And then I really started packing on the pounds, which I forgot to weigh myself today. So I think we're roughly about 515 today. The heaviest I ever saw on a scale was 647. I had bariatric surgery. You see, my words are getting all jumbled now. Back in 2016, I was 621 on my surgery date. I kicked butt, got all the way down to 379 in like 8 months, I think, something around thereabouts. And once my brain learned that I could binge on potato chips, that my stomach, which was a pouch at that time, could tolerate potato chips at a binging rate, not just a little bit at a time, that was the beginning of the end. Because before that, my brain was starting to become rewired that I couldn't binge anymore, that I had to find another way to process my emotions and the pain and the frustration and everything that was going on in my head. Because, fun fact, people my size usually have some kind of trauma or tragedy or abuse in their past. This is not normal. So you have to deal with that to deal with the physical side of it. Bariatric surgery is not a cure-all. It just helps you, right, as a tool. It just helps the physical side, but the mental side is still there. And I never really addressed that. I mean, you have to have a physical evaluation before you have surgery, and I did. And we talked about that, and I enjoyed that very much. And I guess he decided that I was ready to go. And I showed that I can do it, right? It is possible, which is exactly, let's go to this point, the reason why I'm making this. Why I'm doing this. Accountability. I need accountability. I need people to help me stay on track. I am not good with free will. I never have been. Even as a kid and doing homework and stuff. If I was left to myself to do my own devices, I was not good at it. But if I had somebody watching me and saying, hey, you need to do this, I'm good, man. So I need people to help me stay on track, right? I haven't been to the gym in a month and a half or something like that. I can't even remember how long. You know, I'm paying, 40-something bucks a month for this gym, and I'm not using it. So I need people to help me, kick me in the butt and do that, which is exactly why I'm doing this. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I'm going to make these videos every day, but I'm going to try. Maybe every other day. Tomorrow we go to the gym, and I will bring you with me there to help me keep me accountable. Otherwise, I will try to weasel out of it by my own self, because I'm really good about lying to myself, deceiving myself, and I don't want to do it anymore. I need help. My friend Rose said something very poignant. She said, we can't do this by ourselves, right? We can't. I've always said the only person that can change is yourself, right? No other person can change you, right? We can try, we can say the right things to help people, which I love to do. I love to help people, which is exactly why I'm doing this as well. To maybe whatever I say or who I am may help someone. I don't know. That's why I always talk about my mental health, that maybe it might just help someone, right? And I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Yeah, that we can't change people. You have to change yourself, right? You have to want that change. But doing it by yourself is literally impossible. You need love. You need support. I've definitely learned that. And I'm bad about that. I'm a prideful asshole sometimes. Sorry, language, but... and it's definitely hurt me in my life and trying to make changes and everything. So, let me say right now to everyone that's been supportive of me, that's listened to me over the years, thank you so very much. I love you. I may not show it sometimes. It's hard for me to convey emotions. And I don't know why, but it's difficult. So maybe this is a start of something. All I know is I can't continue to do this. I can't. It's just not gonna work, guys. I need something. Alright, let's keep this short because I'm filming on my phone and I don't know how much space it's gonna take up. Hopefully sometime I'll get a GoPro or something like that. So, hey, if anybody's got a GoPro, an old one that you don't use, hook your boy up, please. I'll continue to stream 5 days a week. I'll put that information. I'm going to post this to YouTube. I'll post it to Facebook as well. And I'll do that each day. It's going to be important for me to continue doing this. Good habits are great for me. If I can get into a good habit. Because right where I'm at right now, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. The last week's been pretty rough for me mentally, and I can't do it anymore. So, I think that's all I wanted to say starting out. Tune in tomorrow. Make sure my butt goes to the gym. I love you all, and thank you for your support and love. It means a lot to me. Okay.